But this is my dark side, and at the moment I'm busy killing people associated with a certain individual. Perhaps you know him. So tell me, boy, your name wouldn't be Alan Walker.
You all thought Dr. Danny was coming up next, didn't you? After establishing a pattern of moving down my list of favorite villains, I'm here to break it. Sorry, Daniel and Ladros. But this time, we're gonna look at the gentlemanly devil Tyki Mikk from D.Gray-Man. Well, wait, never mind. I already made a Robbie Hachi episode. Oops. I guess no one breaks patterns better than Mr. Young. So who is Tyki? Well, he is the most handsome anime villain you've ever seen, and yes, I will fight you on that. He's a member of the clan of Noah, and not just any old replaceable Noah, but we'll get back to that later. Tyki holds the memories of pleasure from Noah, and because of this takes pleasure from attacking exorcists, but also from living a double life. Unfortunately, in Season 1, we don't see much of our Butterfly Prince. After Crory joins Alan and Lavia on their way back to the Black Order, he's tricked by every living thing around him. Crory grew up sheltered and under constant discrimination from the rest of his town. Because of that, the Fang Boy gets conned out of his personal possessions at every turn. One of these con artists was a poor mine worker with a small group of friends he lives with. This messy-haired worker convinces Crory to play him in a few rounds of poker, and he of course loses everything he has before Alan cheats to win it all back. But wait, I'm not writing Why I Love Aristar Crory III, so why am I telling you this? In his day-to-day, that young man works to find valuables to support him and his friends, but that's just a front. Sort of. This ruggedly handsome man, of course, is Tyki Mikk in his human form. With his light skin, disheveled clothing, and poor environment contrasting Tyki's darker complexion, classically handsome and well put together appearance.
How you spend your days and the company you keep? Really, don't you think you're too close to these lowly humans? Not like it's my business what you do. Just make sure it doesn't interfere with your real job.
Yeah, right.
Tyki takes pleasure from human activities and bonds. The other Noahs lose all sense of care for humans when they are awakened. For example, Sting ordered the killing of everyone he used to know as a human, and even killed the priest who helped him through his sickness. We're told this is because Tyki's ego is just too strong that he subconsciously suppresses his inner Noah memories, but they can't fully awaken and take him over like they do with the other hosts. Okay, so let's go through Tyki Mikk's involvement in the story of D.Gray-Man. The war between the Noah and Exorcists rages on, and the Millennium Earl gives his fellow Noahs a list of Exorcists to eliminate, including Dijah Barry, Suman Dark, and Alan Walker. Or, well, if they aren't on the list, but he has the chance, why not kill poor Dijah?
I think Tyki might have snapped.
Reject. 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 Reject! I must say I was touched by your words. I hope you'll accept a small token of my thanks.
Now, normally you'd expect the first major reoccurring villain to be the most important, and although Road is a major player in D.Gray-Man's story, Tyki is the cause for everything Alan related in Season 3, and triggers almost every question the show asks, and even works as the final fight in Season 4. How does he do all of that? Well, let's go back and look at him step by step. After killing Dijah, the Black Order is alerted to the Noah's plot to split up and eliminate all the Exorcists. Tyki gets information on the other accommodators from Suman Dark. It is here where we truly start to ask if the Black Order fights for good. We learn that the Order will do anything to produce more accommodators and will never pass up an opportunity to gain one. Suman never wanted his innocence and definitely did not want to join the Black Order, but oh so suddenly his daughter develops a rare illness that he can't afford treatment for unless he takes the job with the Order. There's a personality trait called Machiavellianism. Basically, this trait describes people who feel little emotional attachment to situations, or sometimes even people who will do anything to accomplish their set goals. Think scientists who perform damaging experiments on animals for the potential betterment of mankind. The Black Order is a perfect extreme example of this mindset. They perform horrific acts on every person they can get a hold of, all in the name of potentially winning their war against the clan of Noah. The ends justify the means to them, and they always will, no matter who has to die. If given the chance, like with Kanda, even after death you aren't safe from their disturbing ideology. After killing Suman, his innocence turns against him and he becomes a fallen one. A being consumed by innocence that rains death on everything in sight, showing a reason why the Noah believed the Godstone to be an evil plague on the earth. Alan pulls Suman's body from the rampaging monster, but watches as he dissolves into a kaleidoscope of butterflies. A flutter? A swarm? Which one of these is the proper term for a group of butterflies? A tiki of butterflies? These creatures are called teas, and they eat human bodies. To repay Suman for his services, Tyki turns his body into a tea hatchery, and then quickly defeats Alan, and shows off another one of his powers. Tyki can phase through anything. Just to flex, he puts his arm through Alan's heart and punctures it, and destroys his innocence. Alright. Man, I wish Tyki would ruin my innocence. Because of this, Alan is taken to the Black Order's Asian branch to heal his innocence and introduce some of the best characters in the show. Why I love Bak Chang, anyone? Of course, Alan gets fixed up, and over the course of the season, he heads to Japan to help his friends fight the Millennium Earl. They enter Noah's Ark and have to fight their way through all the Noah. Kanda takes on Skin, who holds the memories of anger. Crory fights Jazz Devi, the twins who have the memories of family bonds. And at the very top of the arc, Lavi fights Road inside his own mind, having to come to terms with not being the perfectly emotionally detached bookman he's meant to be. And of course, the real fight is between Alan Walker and Tyki Mikk.
Don't even try to stop me! My power is absolute! I will absolve you of responsibility to this so-called god who controls you, exorcists. How's that? It's over for you now, Alan Walker.
In the moment, it looks like a fight that was destined to happen because of how frequently they run into each other and their powers seemingly countering each other. But as we learned in Hallow, they're a lot more alike than we thought. Alan is fighting to suppress his inner Noah memories and remain an exorcist, while Tiki's ego subconsciously keeps just enough of his human personality so that he can still relate to humans and not become a full Noah. The fight ends and the arc begins to collapse. Alan uses his new power to kill any darkness inside a person on Tyki in an attempt to revert him back to human so he can justify saving him from the collapsing arc. Unfortunately, that attack was the final bit of innocence needed to fully spark Tyki's true Noah nature.
It's something deeper than flesh. The Noah inside of me is...
Before the arc disappears, the Earl swoops in to save Tyki and leave the exorcist to die. Of course, Alan learns more about his Noah memories and repairs the arc, saving everyone. Well, saving his friends, everyone in Japan still did. So now we enter into D.Gray-Man Hallow, new Noah awakened to replace Skin and Jazz Debbie, and some new pretty boy in ridiculous clothing who calls himself Joyd is supposed to replace our boy Tyki Mikk now that his ego has reverted him back to his normal self. This season focuses a lot more on Tyki and Road and why the Noah believe innocents to be evil. We're given example after example of the Black Order and innocents attacking their own people and not really having a reason for the war. After a person of pure living innocence tries to kill Alan, it's Tyki who fights off Apocrypha to save him.
Hey, boy. Tight spot, huh?
They both live in a sort of middle ground in the war. Alan isn't trusted by the Order, despite always fighting on their behalf, but because of his imminent Noah transformation, makes him an outcast. He also has personal feelings for Tyki and Road, and doesn't wish to hurt them. Tyki exists on the other side of that coin. Although fighting for the Earl and believing in his cause, his memories saw it necessary to awaken another carrier in Joyd. He also watches over Alan without attacking him because he wants them to join together on the same side. A shonen is only as good as its villains, and few can compare to Tyki Mikk. D.Gray-Man inspires me more than almost any other show I've ever watched, and its character writing is so appealing. It's quickly climbed up my list of favorite anime, and characters like Tyki, Lavi, Bach, and Crory have all taken over lists of my favorite fictional characters. Thanks for watching. Check your screen for the Why I Love playlist and a video YouTube seems to think you'll dork out over, or check the description for anything else you need. Well, peace weebs.